this lesson, we're going to learn how to play the G major scale. Now this is a step up from the A major scale, and the A major scale was a step up from the D major scale. So for those of you who have not seen the videos on the D major and A major scales respectively, I would politely request you to do so before tackling this one. The G major scale goes across 2 octaves like the A major scale, but the difference here is that we have different finger patterns again, and we also have kind of a different ending point. The G major scale ends on the 2nd finger and it starts on the G string. So we'll talk about how that works in a minute. But what I'd like you to do first, get a piece of paper just like you did in the A major scale lesson. And if you've made it this far, you'll understand what to do, which is I'd like you to write down the names of the finger patterns before we start. So if you can write on that paper G string, and then below G string I'd like you to write whole, half. Then I'd like you to write D string. Underneath D string I'd like you to write whole, half. Then I'd like you to write A string. Underneath A string I'd like you to write half, whole. Then I'd like you to write E string and only half. We don't use the 3rd and 4th fingers on the E string. Now descending, I'd like you to write down the names of the strings, and we'll write the patterns this way using 4th finger. E string, half. A string, half, whole, whole. D string, whole, half, whole. G string, whole, half, whole. There you go. Let's try it out. Oh, one last thing. Remember, on the way up the scale, we're using open strings between each pattern. So you can write a 0 between each pattern to remind you. On the way down, we're using 4th fingers, so no open strings. So this is going to be a whole, half, D string. Whole, half again. A string, half, whole. E string, half. Let's do that one more time, going up. Whole, half. D string, whole, half. A string, half, whole. E string, half. Going down, just half. Now 4 with the elbow in the left hand coming around under the string, half, whole. Going up the scale, we have whole, half. Again, whole, half on the D string. Half, whole on the A string. Just half on the E string. Let's go back down, just half. Now 4th finger comes around, curve that finger, open that hand, elbow comes around to the right, and we're going to have half, whole, whole. Now D string, elbow comes around, we're going to have whole, half, whole. G string, elbow comes around, and keep that pinky curved. Again, we're going to have whole, half, whole. Pretty tough, huh? Let's do it again. From the way up, starting 2nd finger on the E string. Let's go up the scale and down the scale. I hope you were opening your hand on the way down the scale, and that I hope you were using parachute fingers. I'd like you to do this lesson one more time and pay special attention on the way down the scale. to that particular technique. This has been the G major scale.